Hey guys, it's me, Daffsy Gaming, and today we're gonna do predictions for the upcoming 23-24 Premier League season. So yeah, let's get right into it. 20th place, I got Wolves because one, their transfer business has been pretty awful. I mean, they didn't really sign anyone new. The only signing they've made is Matt Doherty, and he's been already at Wolves. Like, he's not really a new player. He's been at Wolves before. It's not like a new signing. Second of all, they sold a lot of players, especially the experienced players like John Moutinho, Traore, and most importantly, they lost Ruben Neves. Yeah, they're screwed. Also, it literally just happened like hours ago. Their manager Lopetegui just left Wolves. Yeah, days before the Premier League season starts, they lost their manager. They are a train wreck, and plus their squad is just not it these days, really. 19th, I got Sheffield United. They're pretty much a championship squad. I mean, yeah, there's nothing much to say about them. Also, their manager, Paul Heckingbottom, he was manager of Sheffield United when they went down, so he knows how to relegate Sheffield United. He knows how to do that already, so yeah, he's going to do it again. 18th, I have Luton. I know a lot of people want them to stay up, including myself, but let's be real. This is not a Disney movie. We live in the real world, and their squad is just not good enough. Yes, they made some signings. They've been a bit busy in the window, but I don't think it'll be just enough. I think they'll put up a fight and then get relegated on the final day. 17th, this might surprise you, but I got West Ham. Yes, they won the Conference League. I'm aware of that, but they didn't sign anyone. They lost Declan Rice. Yeah, they're screwed. Plus, they have European football once again. So, like last season, they had European football, and they were literally like flirting with relegation last season for the most part. So it's gonna happen again, and I think Moyes will also get sacked throughout the season. So yeah, they will be a train wreck, but I think they'll still survive because their squad is just too good. If Leicester could get relegated, then I think any team can, apart from the Big Six. But yeah. And Everton maybe as well. Speaking of Everton, I have Fulham 16th. Yeah, I'm not even... Their transfer window has been pretty chaotic. I mean, Mitrovic, Paulinho, they've been linked to leave the club. I don't know how they got 10th place last season. I don't know how they did well. I'm not really sure. I don't think Fulham are that it. I think they're going to fall off massively next year. You know, second season syndrome, it's going to happen to Fulham. So, yeah. Also, I'm not sure if Mitrovic is going to leave, but if he does... It's not good for Fulham. I know they signed Raul Jimenez, but let's be real, he's not the same player like 3 years ago. So yeah. 15th, I got Everton. The only reason why I have them stay up is because of Sean Dyche. And yeah, this squad is not great. Their best player is literally a lone player, Danjuma. 15th, I don't think they will struggle too much for relegation, but you know, Sean Dyche, he knows how to coach a Premier League team. So yeah, they're gonna be 15th. 14th, I have Nottingham Forest. I know this might be a bit too high for them, but, you know, they didn't really do much this transfer window. Maybe they don't have to because, you know, they signed, 20 players last season. So, for this, yeah, I mean, I like Steve Cooper, but I think he's going to get sacked, and I think Nottingham Forest are going to bring in a much better manager. I think they'll be in a relegation zone around, like December, November, and then once they get a new manager, they'll do much better. I actually have faith in Nottingham Forest. They have a decent squad. 13th, I have Brentford. They were so unbelievable last season that, I think they're going to drop off. There's just no way they can keep that up again, you know? Especially if they don't have Tony anymore, up striker, and Raya is going to leave as well. So I think their squad's going to get weaker, even though they've actually done some business this summer. They've made some signings, but I think they're going to fall off a little bit, but they'll still be fine. I don't think they'll be threatened by relegation at all. They have a great system. The Green Goblin knows what he's doing. I think Brentford will be just fine. Don't you worry, guys. 12th place, I have Brighton. Pretty much the same reason as Brentford, why I think they'll drop off from last season. Last season they were 6th place. That's crazy, but I think they'll drop off. I mean, especially if they have European football now. They're going to have to play way more games now. So, yeah, I think Brighton will drop off. They lost McAllister. They might lose Caicedo. But Brighton, they have a great system too. And they're extremely well at replacing players. I think Brighton will be just fine. Their recruitment's pretty good. They should be fine with 12th place. I think Iron Man will do just fine. 11th place, I have Burnley. I know people have them around near the relegation zone, but I have a lot of faith in Vincent Kompany. I think he's done wonders with them last season when they pretty much destroyed the championship. Burnley I think they'll do really well. They're going to surprise a lot of people. There's always one promoted team that does well, in every Premier League season. So I think it's going to be the same thing for Burnley. So yeah, 11th place. 10th place, I have Palace just because of, by default, really. Like, I mean, they're the most boring team in the Premier League. I mean, not by play style, but like every season since they got promoted, they've always finished around 10th to 14th place. They always have at least 40 points, never over 50 as well. It's going to be the same thing again, really. I mean, I know they lost Zaha, but I think they'll just be fine with Olise and Eze. Roy Hodgson, I don't know why is he still managing. This dude's like, what, 700 years old? He must hate his wife this much if he is still managing at such an old age. But he is decent. He's a decent manager, so I think Palace will just be in mid-table again. 9th place, I have Bournemouth. I know people are saying, oh, you have them so high up. Yes, I do, but let's be real. I know they sacked Gary O'Neill. He did really well with them last season somehow, but Areola, the new manager they bring in, he looks really promising. He's done really well with Rayo Vallecano last season. So I have faith in Bournemouth. Plus, their signings have been pretty decent. I think Bournemouth will surprise a lot of people. They'll finish 9th. I do trust in Areola to do well. Yeah, 8th place I have Aston Villa. They've done some good business. They signed Paul Torres, Tielemans, Diaby. Pretty good signings. I think they'll drop off just a little bit just because, like, they're in European football. It's going to be they're in European football for the first time since, like, what, 2010 or something? I don't know, but, like, Villa, they're going to struggle a little bit more, I think, because they're in Europe, but, you know, I do think the Villa project is still strong. I do trust in low-key to do pretty well. Yeah, I think Villa are just going to miss out on Europe for this season. But, you know, who knows? They could definitely finish at least 6th place. I won't be surprised because, yeah, Villa they're the real deal. 7th place, I have Tottenham Hotspur. Listen, I don't think Tottenham will fall off that badly. I know some crazy people have them like 13th place. No, I don't think they'll fall off this much. Their squad is still really good. Even if they lose Kane, I think they'll still be alright. I do trust in that Aussie fella to do well, that manager. They also brought in some decent players, like they signed Madison. They also signed that, what was that defender name? I forgot his name, but dude, I think Spurs they'll be fine. I think a 7th place finish I think that's reasonable for Tottenham, really. 6th place, I have Newcastle. Yeah, they're in Champions League. Nah, but like, I do like Newcastle signings. They signed Harvey Barnes. They're gonna sign Livramento, I think. So yeah, that's pretty good. They also signed Tonali, pretty big signing. Although he is depressed because he didn't really want to leave AC Milan, and he's depressed in Newcastle. I mean, I don't blame him. Like, imagine going from Milan to Newcastle. That's just such a downgrade, dude. Like, I don't blame him. I think Newcastle, they'll still be decent this season. They'll still finish 6th place. That's not a bad finish, you know. Yeah, I just think the other 5 teams they're gonna be much better, you know. So yeah, 5th place I have Chelsea. You know, Chelsea could really finish in the top 4, but I don't think they will. Chelsea has no European football, just like Tottenham. I think Tottenham and Chelsea will do pretty well because they don't have European football, so they could just focus entirely on the league. Their squad is like brand new. Like, they sold a lot of players, like N'Golo Kante. They sold Jorginho. No, that was last season. They sold Kante. They sold Mendy. They sold Havertz, Mount. That's a lot of experience. Koulibaly, like, this is a new squad. This is a new Chelsea squad. They're pretty much in a rebuild, kinda. So, like, it could go south easily. But, like, I think Pochettino is a great manager. I think he'll do just fine with Chelsea. I think they're going to finish 5th because I don't think they're ready yet to go to the next level. So, yeah, I think 5th place is just fine for them. All right, 4th place, I have my team, Liverpool. I really like the signings we have made. We signed Szoboszlai, McAllister. I love the signings. However, the issue, we lost a lot of players. We're just like Chelsea, like kind of like a new era because we lost Henderson, Fabinho, Firmino, Milner. That's a lot of leadership and experience that we have lost. So this is going to be a new Liverpool squad for next season. I'm optimistic, but at the same time, though, I do feel like we still need to make a few more signings because, you know, we lost more players than we gained. And we don't have a DM. We're fucked. No, but I still think we're going to be 4th place. Our attack is just nasty. Like, Gakpo. I think Nunez is going to have a really good season. So, yeah, Liverpool are going to finish 4th place. 3rd place, I have Manchester United. I think Ten Hag is going to cook. But, like, as much as I hate them, I think Man United will have a pretty good season. I think they'll challenge for the title for the most part, except until, like, March or whatever, when they fall off. I'm actually not sure if they'll challenge for the title. The signings they made, Onana, Mount, Højlund, is that how you say his name? Like, really good signings. I think it's gonna make Man United a much better team. But like, my main concern is that like last season they have lost 6-3 to Man City. They got destroyed by Sevilla. Lost 7-0 to Liverpool. Yeah, these games just cannot happen again, especially for a club like Man United. They just cannot be losing this badly to like their rivals and stuff, So, and also their attack is still of a question mark because Anthony, Sancho, Martial, not really confident in them. One of them is probably a criminal too. And I think and don't get me started about fucking Mason Green. Yeah, so Man United's forwards. The only one that's good is Rashford. That's about it. Højlund, I'm not sure how well he'll do. Yeah, I think United will still finish third. Second place and first place, I have Arsenal finishing second. I think Man City will win the league. As much as I don't want Man City to win the league, I think they will. Let me talk about Arsenal first, though. Okay, the reason why I have Arsenal second, their transfer business has been amazing. They signed Timber, Havertz, and Rice. I think that's their best signing, Rice. And they might also sign Raya, too. So Arsenal's been they really are trying to like seriously challenge for the title next season. So yeah, I cannot ignore their signings. So yeah, this Arsenal team is really good. I do expect them to challenge for the title again, but I think they'll just fall short of Man City. But yeah, this Arsenal's legit. I don't get why people have them like 5th place or 6th place. Like, are you stupid? Their fucking squad is like much better than Chelsea's and Tottenham's, bro. Like, there's no way they'll finish outside the top 4. Just no way, bro. And last but not least, I have Man City as champions. As much as I don't want to win the league, I think they will. No English team has ever won the English league ever in history for 4 times in a row. It's always been 3 times in a row. Liverpool's done it, Man United has done it, but no one has ever done 4 in a row. And I think Man City will be the first ever team to win the league 4 seasons in a row. I know they're coming off a treble winning season, but like, here's the thing. I know people are gonna say, oh, they might be demotivated, but I don't think so, really. Like, I know that's the only concern because like, I think Man City's, they made some signings. They signed Kovacic, he's a decent player. They also signed Gvardiol. I think that's an excellent signing. I think Man City's defense will be even stronger now. I think Haaland he's still hungry for goals, so I just don't think Man City will be demotivated. I think they'll be just fine, but like seriously, they're the best team in the league. There's just no stopping them. So yeah, Man City will win the league of the 23-24 season. All right, before I end the video, I just want to say player awards. Best player, top goal scorer. I think it's gonna be Darwin Nunez. This dude is insane. He will be insane next season. Trust. I think it's gonna score at least 25 goals. Player of the year, probably Calvin Phillips. And young player of the year, I'm gonna go with Mason